Well, this is the Dove Lady, and I'm making another video. I got my old computer out that never really gave up on me, but I got a new one. But it didn't have Picasso on it, or all the many different beautiful things I had made and put on this computer. I'm going to play one of my albums here. Let's see. What do I want to say? Play. I've been sitting here enjoying this, getting this computer out and figuring out how to make it work again. And I realized this was a really beautiful album I made. It has some beautiful sayings. Anytime you want to stop this video and read any of these, because they go by too fast for me to read them. But they're all beautiful sayings that I remember reading in books and wanting to put into the orbs. Different ones, they're words of different people. Sometimes I put their name at the bottom, sometimes I don't. Or they're parts of books that I've read. There's a Wayne Dyer one. John Keats, beauty is truth, truth is beauty. Anyway, I was getting kind of disgusted today with my new computer because it wants to put my pictures differently. It wants to put them into something called OneDrive, which I don't want to use, but it's trying to force me to use it. And so it took some of my pictures to a place I didn't want them to go. And try as I might, I couldn't get them to go back into Google Photos. So I thought, well, I'll just get my old computer out, my old Hewlett-Packard one, and I'll take these pictures and see if I can get them to go onto that one, into Picasso, something I'm a little more familiar with. So I've got to set this computer up on another table somewhere and get a keyboard because I don't like using the finger pad, and start looking at some of the pictures that I've taken of orbs so long ago, especially these that I've put words into. They're very beautiful pictures. Often in these, I'm just getting the inside of the orb because the colors are so beautiful. I just want to bask in the beauty of the colors. I'm here in Oregon now, living out in the woods under a lot of cedar trees and Douglas fir and all kinds of trees all around me. And it's starting to get cold, and I'm going to have to use my little fireplace. I have a wood-burning heater that I can use to keep the house warm. And I'm going to have to learn to make the fire again. I've got all this firewood stacked up outside and kindling and all that to get it going. So I'm getting excited about waiting now, I guess, for it to be cold enough to make a fire. It's not quite that cold yet. But when it is, I remember I made all these pictures where I just cropped the orb picture to where I only got the inside colors of it, thinking I'm going to put words in these. And you can do that with Picasso. But this new computer I got, a Lenovo, it doesn't, it's like Picasso is something old, it's outdated or something. They don't use it in I couldn't get Picasso into it. but it's already established on my older computer, this Hewlett-Packard one. And Picasa lets me right into the picture. And I'm sure maybe Google Photos lets you do that, but I've not learned how to yet. Maybe someday I'll learn. But more likely, I'm just going to grab this older computer and set it up where I can get a keyboard attached to it, and I'll start working with these pictures again. And making some beautiful posters with all this colorful orb. This color's all around us. And some people are beginning to see color around them, especially outdoors. I'm not really an artist. I can't draw things real good, but I'm an artist with the camera. The camera does the art for me and gets all the colors like I could never, ever get them on my own this way. And they're so interesting. No two alike. Also, I would like to say that anyone who wants an album of pictures sent to them, they can feel free to ask me, and I'll send them albums of pictures of orbs that are very colorful. If they want to have them printed up, they're welcome to. I've got no copyright on this. Never intend to put one on it either. This was freely given to me, and I freely give it to others. I feel like sometimes I wonder, when am I ever going to stop taking pictures of orbs? Well, if they're so beautiful all the time, I just can't hardly stop myself. I just keep taking them. I wish that I could communicate with this colorful orb pictures that I see, that I could understand what the meaning of the colors and the patterns and some of the unusual things I see in them. I wish I knew what it all meant. I guess I'll just always take pictures of it. Probably should have some music on it in the background, but I don't. I used to get the Newton lines when I photographed from my computer screen, but if you hold your camera just the right distance away from the picture on your computer, you won't get them. I still from time to time get them because I'm not being careful, but it is possible to take pretty good pictures without getting the Newton lines. There's Harry. That's a little critter, Harry is. Well, I call him a light creature. I've gotten him often. Even just the other day, I hadn't been using that camera that I got him. I always get him with. And I was using it again, and I thought, well, I hope he's still around. And sure enough, he was. I saw him again. Some things I do notice that if they reappear, some image that is pretty much the same image, and maybe a little different background, but it's repeatable. And there's Harry again, but you can't really tell that's him because sometimes he's not real clear. He's just a blob. But I recognize his little familiar features. That color, it's just so amazing. Gosh, this is a long album of pictures. I never even bother to count how many pictures I have. I'm sure I have thousands, but how many thousand I wouldn't know. I think I never will count them. Harry, there's Harry again. And again. Little feller. I guess he's a feller. He might be neither male nor female. You never know about things in other